Hi, welcome to Walking Wilder. I'm Bart. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome in if you're new. Um, this is an intuitive reading, so let's see what Spirit has to say. You're walking away from something in search of something on your path that you may not really be fully aware of. And yes, I know these are tarot cards, but I do this particular deck I use more as an oracle deck. My feeling with this is, and that's being reflected in my own voice right now apparently, that you are in search of your voice somehow, that there's something that you're wanting to express, um, that you feel like you haven't been able to for quite some time, I'm hearing. Um, this is here's a, the Ace of, see how she has this much more, you know, intuitive, wild energy with the owl here, wanting to express this really deep, divine, feminine type of wisdom thing. Um, there's this card here, the Guardian Stone. There's something awakening in you that you have perhaps known was there all along, but haven't really expressed in this lifetime, at least not on a very deep core level. But it's like now you're in search of it. A part of you, your soul is like, it's time we wander, is what I'm hearing. Um, into this portal of it's time to find your way back to this part of you that has been long gone, long have been in the unseen, I hear. But there's this almost like a volcanic energy beneath it all. It's time for this to come to the surface. Things can only, be hidden for so long before it's like, okay, something is calling this back in you because it's such a huge part of who you are. There's something here that an ancient part of you know, that your guides, your higher self, wisdom keepers, ancestors know, um, and a part of you do too, because this is also you. See how she's sitting here next to the stone? That is you. You know this too. And it's time now for you to actually find your way back to it and start expressing what it is, um, that this represents for you. This is part of your awakening. Whoever is resonating with this reading is on a huge awakening journey, and I know many of us are right now, um, which of course is a wonderful thing. This feels to me like your soul has long been searching, for the strength, the courage, the inspiration, the whatever, to go look for this. And see how it's like there's ice all around her here. It's like not being connected to this part of yourself, or to this inner knowing, this inner wisdom, this ability, whatever it is that you have, has felt icy cold. Like a part of you was frozen, a part of you couldn't really, uh, not really couldn't be expressed. Not just really, but it literally could not be expressed. Um, Perhaps because there was some of it you didn't see, or, let's see what Spirit has to say about what is actually, what's the challenge here, Spirit, for the viewer. What's the challenge? Ten of Pentacles. What's the challenge? Can I know more? One more. Well, that was more than one, but okay. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom here. See how in this, this is like about your roots, about what you're planting in the world, what you're creating, what you're, um, bringing forth, I hear. Here's the Ten of Pentacles in this deck. And this is you protecting what is yours, I hear. What is your inheritance? And I don't mean, in money, even though this is the pentacle energy. But this is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is ancient things that you can bring to this lifetime, um, to use to support yourself, sustain yourself, build an empire, I hear, for some of you. uh, that's pretty wild energy. That bear is not, can you see? Yeah, you can see it if I put him there. That bear is not kidding. So, yeah. Um, let's see here. The Six of Wands. Um, Success, recognition. There's something here you're recognizing. You've been here before in another lifetime. This feels huge. This really, really feels like this is not, no small task, no small message, no small anything. Whatever you are searching for here, whatever you intuitively know, is a big thing. And it's coming up now with this energy here. It's like, it's time. I cannot deny this any longer. There's a part of you that just knows it's time. You have to create whatever this is. You have to find your way back to it. For some of you, it might, be a part of yourself that you need to create something, and maybe not out in the world. Who knows? For some of you, definitely out in the world. For others of you, it might be your own personal growth, that there's something coming back to you that you have long lost, that fell into the abyss. um, and and now you're reconciling with it. Now it's like it's calling you, and you are, on the search to find your way back to it, to see it again. I know this is a little, um, perhaps feels a little weird. See, but the thing is, if you look at all of these cards, so much color, passion, and then these here, the Ten of Swords. This has been a long time coming, and not being in touch with this part of yourself has really been a painful experience for your soul. For some of you, I feel like not really connecting with this part of yourself has, have been a feeling of being small, not, having personal power, not really feeling like you could create what you wanted to create, being silenced for some of you, not speaking up, not setting boundaries, that type of thing. And Spirit is like, here's this, see how there's lights at the end of all of these, and I just get this feeling with it, yeah, something is shifting. This is literally Spirit sending you all kinds of messages, all kinds of, hey, we're here, see it, see it, see it. Here's your light. It's time for you to walk back and pick this up, to reconnect with this, to see all the light in yourself, to turn your back to this kind of wasteland type of thing you see here, and walk across this bridge. Now the bridge, yeah, I'll give you, it looks a little it looks a little weary, and maybe that's because, that's why you haven't really walked it before, because this is like, yeah, I kind of vaguely somehow remember something at the other side of this, on the other side of the veil. And I know there's some part of me that I need to reconnect with, that I need to see, this light in the darkness, these little glimpses of something. But there's also a part of you that's like, I ain't crossing that bridge, which, in all honesty, I can't blame you. But Spirit is like, well, you got the choice between, not crossing the bridge, not following all the smoke signals I hear that we are sending, and staying in this Ten of Swords energy, where it's just like a wasteland. This is your way out of the wasteland. The way out of the wasteland here is to go in pursuit of whatever it is that's calling you. And this is loud, I hear. Very, very loud. This is not some tiny, message thing. This is like the Ten of Pentacles. there's stability in this. There is like foundation in this. There is abundance in this. You know, that bear is like, there's like heavy grounding in this in a good way. So, all right, Spirit, talk to me about this. What is it that the viewer is searching for? Can we get some insight into what the viewer is searching for? And I know that's probably different from all of you, but this is a soul gift. Whatever this is a soul gift. This is a part of you. It's, well, a gift might not be the right word, because this is this is like finding your way home to a part of you that you have lost connection to, perhaps in another life, or just, it hasn't really awakened in this life yet. But whatever it is, it's something you already know. You already know how to connect with this. See how she's sitting there with the wisdom keepers. You know how to do this because you've done it before. Can we know something about what this is about, Spirit? The Tower and the Empress. This to me is like sudden insight, although that's not really the word I want to use, but I can't think of what I should be using, if that makes any sense. It's sort of like you seeing something and realizing that it's not what you thought it was. That perhaps it's like you don't need to worry about the bridge, because you're the Empress. So you already have everything it takes to rebuild the bridge, if that makes sense. This is a weird energy, but not a bad energy, just, different. Talk to me about the Tower here, Spirit. What's this Tower? What's this Tower? Oh. Page of Pentacles. This to me is like cooperating, working with a part of yourself that's kind of been lost. An innocent part, a part that without hesitation can connect to the higher realms. Perhaps some of you, when you were children, you had a very clear connection. You saw spirit, you heard spirit. You might have had a so-called imaginary friend that only you could see, but you actually saw them. They were there. It's like you're connecting to that part of yourself that doesn't question so much what you're receiving. That's kind of like, yeah, I know, that there's wisdom here. I know that spirit is right there. I know I can talk to spirit. For some of you, we all can, but it's kind of like this. For some of you, there's going to be a sudden event. Something's going to happen. Something's going to, you're going to, like from just like that, like lightning striking, you're going to remember, wait, this is an ability I have, or this is something I know how to do, or something's going to happen. You'll be like, whoa, I didn't know, I didn't remember. This is not you not knowing, this is you not remembering. And I see something being pressed down, like, this is you remembering that you are the Empress, See how colorful she is. This is you. I know this sounds weird, but see all the dark cards down here with this is you recreating color in your life. This is you reclaiming this life force, this colorful part of you. Some of you might benefit from doing some some chakra work, realigning your chakra system and kind of getting all the colors in a row. Actually, it's all your ducks in a row. You know, doing some work with that. There might be some cleaning up, especially in your root chakra, which is this, grounding thing. I see like murky stuff, not in a bad way, but it's kind of like we gotta do a little house cleaning in our color system, in the chakra system. I gotta do a little house cleaning because it's like it's all gotten a little dusty and then it just doesn't work right. I hope this makes sense to you. Um, so so there might be something coming up that suddenly reminds you, I don't have to be in this black and white mode. I can be the empress, I can create my color alignment. I can, realign with every part of me. Interesting message. What's the supporting energy here for the viewer, Spirit? Strength at the bottom. See how she's standing on this, which, is kind of grayish, kind of like, this is like the root chakra thing we are standing on here. It's like, we need to dust that off. But highly collected, connected to spirit. Yeah, Queen of Wands. And Four of Pentacles. See how she's sitting there. She has the fox, which for me, is also very much intuitive. This wandering between realms, this capability of, fox lives underground, but comes out at night, knows how to navigate in the darkness, knows how to see its own shadow, knows how to kind of, be that messenger between the, here and the other side of the veil. To see it's, as above, so below, that type of thing. Four of Pentacles. This is stability here. See how there's like you sitting here in the middle of this feeling like I am stable. I have reconnected with the parts of me that I didn't even realize was lost. So now there's balance. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. See how he's standing in between the two bears here? This to me is like, okay, so here's the innocent part, the childhood part, the part of you that's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's just kind of wild, untamed. Well, that's not really, what am I looking for here? Impulsive, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Following the intuitive guidance, following what comes up, curiosity on what is this interesting, what messages are coming through, what is this bringing me, what, that type of thing. And then, you as the adult more, not, you're not stuck. You're just, it's like you've grown into this big, beautiful bear, but it's like the little part of you here, you haven't quite kept in touch, if that makes sense. It's kind of like this being the adult, divine, masculine energy here, the one that organizes, that makes things happen out in the world, that's, is very much in this energy of creating a stable foundation. But it's kind of like that energy has somewhat come between you and the very intuitive part of you. So there's like an unbalance. It's kind of see, and now my voice is cracking. There's a link missing. Let's put it that way. That you need to reconnect with here. Yeah, see here the chariot at the bottom. Spirit is like, you need to move past that. You need to go get that part of yourself with this card here. You need to figure out what happened to that part of yourself. How can you reconnect? How can you reclaim, your inner voice here, your inner wisdom? And not that there's, it's the lack of balance. You need to somehow balance it more so that yes, you have the divine masculine energy of, creating and structuring and all of that, which, are wonderful things. But it's kind of like you lost a little bit of your intuitive um, knowing, your intuitive wisdom. And it's time to reclaim that, Spirit says. Yeah, the moon. But for me, it is intuition. I know in tarot, it can also, be the things that are unknown, maybe a little shady, that type of thing. But to me, this is a very intuitive card. This connecting with this deep, deep inner knowledge of who you are, what your soul came here to do, what your voice, for a lot of you, this is about your voice, um, reclaiming your voice. Four of Swords, there's some healing, some rest, some taking some time. It's kind of like there's an energy here of, see, here's the portal too. It's like, yeah, I'm taking my time to reconnect with this, not because you're scared to, but because this is very sacred, a very sacred part of you. And there's kind of like a feeling of honoring um, whatever this means to you by making sure that you don't rush. Yeah, Five of Pentacles here. Don't don't just, I don't know, there's something about skipping things. Don't lessen the value of this by rushing. Um, yeah, the Hermit here. It's okay to be in hermit mode. It's okay for this to take some time. This is a really, really deep search. See how she's walking towards the color here, towards her voice, finding her way back to victory, back to this energy of being connected. And it's okay that that takes time. It's supposed to, actually. And I know there's the, this energy of the volcano, which we're kind of like, oh, that's the tower happening. All of a sudden, boom, there's this. Yeah. And there might be something that happens that, gets you started if you haven't already, depending on where you are on this timeline. If you haven't already started this search of finding your way back here, something might happen that kind of, kicks you in that direction in a gentle way, or maybe not so gentle, who knows. But you know how when the volcano has erupted, then it's going to be, this flow of the lava just sliding down, the volcano, and that can take a long time. Sometimes it goes fast, I guess, but it can continue for a long time. And there's something about this progress that you're making here, or are going to be making here, that this awakening needs to be honored somehow and not rushed. Um, there's an initiation here. See, that's one of the key words on this. That just cannot be rushed. I can't talk. I'm sorry. You have to be ready. And I don't know how else to put it other than there's just this feeling of honoring the process in this is really important. So take what resonates with that, and you know use it as you feel called to do so. Um, what else, Spirit? Nine of Cups here at the bottom. Um, for some of you, this is new capabilities opening up, um, new spiritual gifts that is coming into the light here. And see here how, he sits here and he's like communicating with the universe, um, kind of like this. Okay, show me, I'm here, I'm ready. Lead me through this portal. Let me see my gifts. Let me I have this feeling of, this, and here's the Lovers. Um, this is like coming into union with the part of yourself, like a long lost friend, like a long lost soulmate, um, that you have just, I don't know, somehow lost connection to. Or maybe you were meant to, maybe you were meant to go through this whole process. I don't know, but it feels very sacred. It's like the time has come for you to reconnect with whatever part of yourself and bring balance, bring color. Again, there's something with the chakra system here. There's something about working with the energy of alignment, and being in balance. And there's absolutely something about your voice, you know, seeing, or speaking whatever this truth is for you. Can we get some advice here, Spirit? Three of Swords. Temperance. Three of Pentacles. Oh. Yeah, King of Wands here at the bottom. See how he's, connecting to this portal too. And here's the bridge again. But yeah, the Three of Swords, there's been a sadness here. A really kind of like a knowing in, a deep part of you, like something was missing. And for some of you, this has been going on maybe for lifetimes. It feels very, very deep. And this is like, all right, it's time to cooperate with Spirit again, and find your way back to this. Find your way back into balance with yourself, with your spirituality, with this whole, um, this part of you. Here's the High Priestess, you and your higher self, you and your guides, working together, on reconnecting in some way. It's very beautiful energy. And here's the Emperor. So now we have the Emperor and the Empress. This is, again, it's about balance. Your light side, your shadow side, your masculine, your feminine, your inner, your outer, this being in alignment. And again, just feeling like you're in this is the part of you that you are reintegrating somehow. I don't know how else to say it. And I know it sounds a little like, yeah, which part, well, actually, I think if you're still watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Your intuition has, you've taken the first step on that bridge. You might not have crossed it entirely, but you're on your way. You got something coming here, that there's something you need to do, something you need to look at, that more color is coming into your life here, in one way or the other. But yeah, it's absolutely about realigning with a part of yourself and finding balance. Um, I'll take one of these. Can we get a closing message here, Spirit? It really is a beautiful energy. It's like you're going from this wasteland. That's not, it's not like your life is a wasteland, but it's kind of like you're going from not being whole to finding the missing piece in the puzzle, if that makes sense. Closing message, Spirit. Yeah. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust what I focus on will grow. You know to go after this. And see, there's colors too, So, two more. Nope. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I'll always be guided back to the light. Yeah, see, this is you remembering, hey, I used to be really tight connected to the light. I used to just kind of be playfully connected. If you know, I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of like in a, it wasn't so serious. It was natural. It was who you were, and you're meant to, get back to that, to have this, um, to have this open portal here. You know, it's like if I need guidance, all I have to do is think, and then there's the connection. There's the answer. There's the, the love, the abundance. Yeah. I hope that makes sense, guys. Please like um, if this resonates with you, because it helps the channel grow and more people can hear messages, and that's the whole purpose of this. So write me a comment if it resonates with you. I'd really love to hear from you, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate you. Big love.